So how do you create a brand that truly represents who you are and the products you sell, as well as building a business that you can scale online? That is what this podcast will help you do. My name is Henry Kaminski Jr., and welcome to the Brand Doctor Podcast.
Let me just make this statement loud and clear. Jersey's here, Jersey's here.
What is going on, guys? So today I want to talk about the uncomfortable truth about facing your fear. I had a conversation with my mindset coach today about this situation because I'm going to be very, very honest with you. I don't care how set you are, inside of your business. These are some interesting times. And I want to share with you a story that goes back probably 7 years ago when my back was against the wall. My business was not doing well. I barely had two nickels to rub together. I did not know what end was up. I was scared. I was paralyzed. I didn't know what action to take because I was just at my wit's end. And I remember I was on the fence about hiring Russell Brunson to be my coach to help me get out of this mess. And at the time, $10,000 to me was like $100,000. Because of my financial situation. And I remember talking to Robbie Summers. I love this guy because he was Russell's sales guy at the time. And I remember talking to Robbie, and Robbie was like, well, the Inner Circle program's $25,000. And I was like, well, that's way out of my league right now. But he says, we have this program. It's called Ignite. It's $10,000. It's very similar to the Inner Circle, but you're not going to get a couple of the bells and whistles. And I completely understood. And I remember sitting there on the phone with Robbie, and I was almost in tears. And there was a dead silence for minutes. And Robbie was good. Robbie's a great salesperson. He didn't interrupt. He didn't interject. He just let that silence build. And he allowed me the space to think. And here's what was going on in my head as I was thinking about investing that $10,000. I remember how scared I was. And I remember saying to myself, Henry, if you don't take this risk and invest this money back into your business, back into yourself, tomorrow you're going to wake up in the same exact position that you are today. Is that what you want? Or do you want to move forward? And then I thought to myself, well, if I put this kind of scratch down and bet on myself, it's not if this coaching program is going to help me. It's when this coaching program is going to help me. And that was my attitude. And I remember just feeling overwhelmed, but I said to Robbie, Rob, here's the deal. I'll be honest with you. $10,000, a lot of money for me right now. But I countered him. I gave him a counter. I said, if you guys are willing to do $5,000 now and allow me $1,000 a month for 5 months to pay you back, obviously the balance, you got a deal. That'll help me, financially. It won't be such a burden. And you got a deal. And so he went back and he said, all right, let me check. Let me see if that's okay. And he was gone for a couple minutes. He comes back and he says, we're going to do it. Let's make it happen. Okay. So I remember pulling out my credit card and I was literally shaking like this because I was like, this is do or die. This is do or die. And I gave him my credit card number And I got to work. And I remember getting on the call with Russell. It was called Decade in a Day. And it was an hour call with him. And I remember being in tears, telling him my story and telling him the position that I was in. There were so many emotions running through my body at the moment. I could recall them now because I'm looking back. I was frustrated. I was scared. I felt like a failure. I let my wife down. I let my dad down. I let my family down by spending frivolously and doing those things that business owners, young money does with their money. And so there was a lot of emotion on that call, but it was amazing what happened on that call by being vulnerable and putting all that out there. Because I said to Russell, if I don't give you the whole story, then your coaching isn't going to help me. So I laid it all out. And next thing you know, I hear Russell sniffling, and he's crying too. And I'll never forget that. He said to me, Henry, this is an amazing story. It reminds me a lot of what I've been through as an entrepreneur. And at that moment, he was like, listen, I think there's an opportunity here for you. He says, I got this book coming out. It's called .com Secrets. And I need some help with design. Do you think you can help me create some infographics and things like that to help promote the book? I said, absolutely. Let's do it. And he's like, well, what do you charge? I said, well, what are you looking to do? And so we got into a little bit more detail. And I said, okay, what's $6,000? How's $6,000 sound? And he said, done. Let's do it. Wires me to 6,000. And I was off to the races. Now, when I got that notification email that fund cleared, that those funds cleared, I literally broke down in tears because I was like, wow, look at what happens. I made 60% of my investment back in 1 hour. I got clarity and focus. I got a direction from Russell because he pointed out a lot of my blind spots that I didn't even know I had. Right. And that outside perspective was so valuable. And it was off to the races from there. 18 months later, I generated over $500,000 in revenue with his help. Now I think back and I say, what if I let my fear control my decision that day? And I told Robbie, you know what? I'm not going to move forward with this. It's just too risky. It's just too scary. I'll figure it out. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think I'd be here today. I don't think this plaque would be on my wall. And I don't think I would have my business. So I share this story with you because there's a lot of you, and I'm sure you're feeling this too. There's just a fear inside. What if I invest this money and it doesn't work? What if I invest this and it just doesn't work out? Well, when I was talking to my mindset coach today, because there's a few big investments that I want to make right now inside my business, and I'm on the fence. And then I realized that I am treating nickels like manhole covers right now. And when I looked at my bank account and finances, I said, Henry, you have the runway. What are you worried about? What are you scared of? Make the moves. Now's the time to make the moves. And so I made a decision. I said, I'm going to invest. I'm going to move this business forward, even though these times are very uncertain. But it brings me back to that day that I was talking to Robbie, and I said to myself today, I said, if I don't make this move today, I'm going to be in the same boat that I'm in tomorrow. That's not progress. That's not progress. That's not moving the needle. That's not accelerating. So I got over the fear. I looked on the outside and I said, what's the worst thing that could happen? And I just kept going. So I immediately got on the phone with the two people that I needed to talk to, and it was full steam ahead. And now I'm excited. There's this excitement in my belly. I can't even explain it. I couldn't wait to share this story with you today because, man, this was eating me up all day today. When I woke up this morning, I just woke up in this, like, it wasn't a funk, but it was like it was an uncomfortable feeling. And I was like, I gotta get outside of my head. I'm too inside of my head right now. Let's look at the big picture. Let's look at this from an outside perspective. And luckily, my mindset coach, when I was able to share this story with her, she helped me, she reminded me of 7 years ago. And it made so much sense for me to get out here and share this story with you today because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. Roxy says, I had a call with Christo last week and I could fully understand how you feel. Yeah. It's so important that we get outside of our heads and get that outside perspective that we need to move forward. And I am just so happy that I did because now I just feel like, what a ton of bricks lifted off my shoulder. Henry, you have a guide. You have the resources to get you the build that you need because I'm looking to build out this new program right now, and it's very exciting. I think it's going to help hundreds of entrepreneurs, but obviously I won't be able to serve that many at one time. But I can tell you that this program is going to help coaches and consultants build a very strong lead generation system. Because at the end of the day, what do we need? What do we need as businesses? We need leads. We need sales to survive. And I have a program that's going to help you do this in 2 weeks. It's a 2-week program. It's an intense program, but it's going to be extremely affordable because I understand people don't want to spend the big ticket stuff right now. So I said, if I could come up with an affordable yet results-driven program for them, I think they're gonna really benefit from this. And so I'm excited to launch this program. Hopefully by mid next week, we're still building out the funnel. We're still building out the copy and the design, but everybody's on working overtime to get this to you guys as soon as possible because very, very important that you guys get access to this program. I'm telling you, it's going to change the game when it comes to scaling your business online and getting you qualified leads booked on your calendar for consult. So I'm excited to share this with you. It's going to be called, I'm just going to wait until it comes out to tell you the name of it, but it's exciting and it's going to really help you move the needle when it comes to scaling your business online and generating qualified leads and getting these leads booked on your calendar for consults so that you can help them get to where they want to be. Because at the end of the day, if I can help you help somebody else, I'm doing my job. So just wanted to get that off my chest today because I know I'm not alone. I'm not alone. This fear could be overwhelming sometimes for entrepreneurs. And it may not even be that your back is against the wall. You may just have the funds in the bank and, you're starting a new venture and the venture is brand new and it's a scary journey. It's like you're starting a new venture. You're starting a new chapter of your life. And the future's unknown. There's no guarantees in business. Nobody guaranteed me that I was going to be here 13 years later. Nobody guaranteed me anything when I started my business. So I just gambled and thank God, it made for an exciting journey. I'm super excited. I'm super happy that I made all of those mistakes in the past. I'm happy that I did all those right things in the past to get me to where I'm at today. You don't know unless you try. And I was telling somebody this morning on Facebook Messenger, I said, what have you done because because he was saying that he was undercharging for his services. I said, what have you done to raise your price? What have you done to build confidence into raising your price? And he goes, well, to be honest, nothing. And I said, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Isn't that right? And that's something that I keep telling myself over and over and over again. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So I'm happy I made the decision that I made today to move forward. Because at the end of the day, guys, I was reading this morning in my read. Money is meant for movement. Money doesn't like to sit still. Money likes to flow. Money likes to flow. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you're holding on to the quarter until the eagle screams. That's not helping you move your business forward. That's not helping. And then I looked at the big picture. What's your mission here, Henry? Your mission is to help other entrepreneurs scale and grow their businesses online. If you're choking out, you're not helping them. And that's going against your mission and vision. Come on, get out of your head. Let's go. Just like that, the light switch flipped. And now here I am on a live, encouraging you guys to face your fear. Sit with it for a little bit. Let it marinate. See what happens. And here's what I found when I was sitting with my mindset coach today, just playing around with this fear and kind of playing tennis with her with this fear for a little bit. I realized that it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. Just go. And I just like literally sprinted home and got on this live and shared the story with you. And I feel like $1,000,000. I can't lie. I can't lie. So that's the truth. That is the god-awful truth about fear. And that's a little personal story that I wanted to share with you. I've been in your shoes before. I know how scary it is to let go of a big chunk of change. But man, I'm so happy that I did. It gave me the ability to tell this story to you today to help you not make the same mistake that I did. And it helped me get out of my head and say, Henry, you got work to do. There's people out there that need you right now. Do what you know needs to be done. So have an amazing day, guys. I appreciate all you guys for watching, and I hope this message moves you in the right direction today and helps you make those decisions that will push you through that fear and help you gain the momentum that you need to push forward and make those dreams come true. Because we're only here for a very short time, and I would hate to see us 80, 90 years old looking back going, man, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. But I let my fear hold me back. Have an amazing day, guys. And I'll catch you on the next one soon. Hey everyone, this is Henry Kaminski Jr. again. And really quick, I want to invite you to a one-on-one consult with me right now if you're looking for the clarity and focus you need to build your brand. Over the past 13 years, I've served hundreds of entrepreneurs that have great products but struggled tremendously with articulating its value to their ideal customers. You didn't get into business to just change a few lives, did you? Your ideal clients need you. And when your brand has precision-crafted messaging coupled with beautifully thoughtful design that sounds, looks, and feels like you, they'll know you're the perfect match for them. If this is something you're struggling with, what I want you to do right now is pause this audio and go visit www.uniquedesigns with a Z at the end, not an S, .net, and book your one-on-one consult call with me. Remember, the quality of your brand will determine the quality of your clients, and the quality of your clients will determine the quality of your life.